running the football and getting a few completions early, get his confidence going.
Who's that? No, forgot about this guy. Very fast, but very agile.
Happens, he's very, very good.
And listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, the ground game.
Even worse.
Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact.
Shut up,
Such a
Cosmo.
big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They go to the ground. There he goes. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackle's doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
On 1st down from the 13-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Yeah, the defense has to be careful with this slot receiver running these drag routes. You can't lose him. If he catches it on the other side and turns up the sideline, he can take it to the house.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is...
Shitty quarterback. Really good running back. Okay. Wow, good receivers. Good blocking receivers. Good offensive line. Good defensive line. Oh boy. How are these guys not ranked way better than me?
awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
BYU has this offense clicking. Powers forward. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that. Second down now. A little more space for the offense. Backed up. A little more room to operate and try to maybe find some windows to throw a football.
Touchdown, Cougar! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Field shrinks.
You just got burned.
Tight end Groves. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida Atlantic has the ball back in the offense.
You can see him.
Put together a drive. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Across the 45. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
He'll pull it down and run. Great job to get down with the slide after getting everything you could.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
It's caught in Daniels. Pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Gonna swing it on second down. Using the quick game. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. And the Owls lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Looking to throw for it. Finds space on the right. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Third down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You've got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes and gets another first down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
He might want another play. Looking downfield on first down. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. first down. Connection to the
Jeez.
right. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
The Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass.
There we go.
He makes a play in the backfield. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Play action on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Bought a little
Oh
time,
my
lets
gosh.
it go.
What a terrible throw.
And he's thrown a dozen of them.
He's nowhere near.
Stopped not much on the return, but
He
a
was open.
whole lot in getting the football.
The hell was that?
And you will always remember your first, and how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And there was
Oh,
nowhere
shit,
to
that
go,
was a good
just
play.
stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass. Finds a man in the middle. Graves pick up as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it up to 45. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you don't have that long to go.
Yep.
He almost picked up
I
the
think
first
it's
down
good.
on that one. He'll be just a little bit short.
Man, tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not. And if you don't, are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him, or do you want to put a smaller DB that might not be able to tackle him? It's a real difficult puzzle to figure out.
Has to get there to the 6.
Oh.
Picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
How nice is it to have a running back with this guy's skill set, right? That's not a guaranteed gimme 4th down conversion either, but still, they trust in him to find the crease and keep this drive alive.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
And this is an offense that really relies on its running game on that 2nd down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Great pass, it's complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
You get 7 catches.
That's just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quick release on the RPO. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
That RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and set the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing, but he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
He'll sneak it. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Nestled just inside that right up.
Snook it in.
And with that, they've taken the lead. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's key. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds his man. It's Daniels. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big 3rd down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it out. He made the stop, but there's that flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it. Open.
Yeah.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. They want to throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Daniels. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Lost to fire on 2nd down. Throwing right. They find a hole in the defense. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Wants to keep it in the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Daniels. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
There you go.
The Owls can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Got a man. It's Key. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains. Let's go! Let's go! Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's open. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion of that out route. Sometimes those quarterbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick six. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can. Lead here. They'll try to pound their way in. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
By this offense late in the half, man. You want to take the lead, you want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to be off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit and nifty pickup there. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Pressure coming. And goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. This guy has a daring turnover, and he's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little
defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to go up top and time's running out the half. Close to the marker, it's Daniels. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Off the play fake on first down, to throw. And it's in.
Catch the ball, dude.
Knocked away by the D.
I think the route runner got a little bit sloppy on his route. You've got to do a better job creating some separation when you're running these in routes. But good job by the defense, too, because they took advantage and knocked the ball away.
Second down, he'll throw it. Here comes the heat. Right on top of this time. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably out of field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the first half.
And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And that is no good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4.
Yeah.
Staff in the book. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Boca Raton. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
Look at that.
BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can get
Yeah.
This rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long, but players like that getting after him.
The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
The tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling that first play.
They got to come up with a big play on this third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the right.
Oh.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Quarterback making checks. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got his man to the left. And he's brought down after a
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Dude.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They didn't get much done the last time they had it and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Great cut there. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time where you could be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores.
There we go.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge game in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Fields the punt.
Hold that block.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Daniel. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
This quarterback part of their running game. They got him after 42, but he got 5 yards on the play.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play, it's a design play like you, fine. But then it's scramble plays, and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
And the Owls in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire.
No.
Time
No.
and he goes down at the 34.
Well, that's not Lamar Jackson back there scrambling around. This is a guy the defense felt like if we can get him out of the pocket and flush him, we can get after him and chase him, bring him down. And they did that one pretty easy there, getting the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third and long, no secret what he needs.
Son of a bitch.
It's picked off 13 times. He's done that this year.
Is anybody blocking?
That time to defense in third and
Jeez. You just got roasted, dude. Fuck that.
6 DBs on the field. There's not going to be anywhere to throw the football with that zone coverage. They do a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, David. They break on the ball for the pick.
Yeah, great job forcing the third and long, predictable situation. Like you said, now you got them right where you want them. You practice those situations.
Breaks into the open. Lowers those pads.
I knew they were going to freaking tight end. Double teamed and didn't matter.
After the big play up
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short.
Oh.
Touchdown, BYU! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his spot. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. To the ground with the back.
Oh.
First down and more.
Oops. I'll be putting a catch.
Really get you going as they get it out to the 36. On first down, here comes this offense.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Listen, you can't make every play. You can't cover everybody. But it's really nice when you get the bonus of swatting the ball down and making sure that quarterback doesn't get a completion and doesn't get a big play.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The run from the shotgun. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's Daniels. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and 1. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Caught behind the line. It's Daniels.
Yeah, baby.
Enemy territory, and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. Great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Wants to throw on first down. He unleashes a long run.
Oh.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Not a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Punches ahead. They'll give him a yard to the 13.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He takes it at the 45.
Poor decision making again.
All right, guys, so Florida Atlantic has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. Crossing the 30, he's got it. Speeding down the outside. They push out this lead in the fourth quarter, and it might be enough to give them that elusive second win of the season.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting the drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home and come back to the home ground after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
Get over there.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Trying the left side. Running to Green.
Hello.
Got the first down and still on his feet. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. And the Cougars want to move quickly.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play call. They're right back at the line of scrimmage.
Good to down by 3 touchdowns.
And just
No,
wedges
that
it
right.
ahead a bit before he's brought down. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass.
Still going
Here's
to
to
the
the big fella. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Looks as if BYU will have a first down.
Well, there you're seeing the mentality of this head coach in the game, going for it on fourth down. A lot of guys would have tried to kick a field goal, but I think this guy knows, hey, we're not going to win this game putting threes up on the board. We need touchdowns. Nice attitude.
And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Yep.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he makes the pass intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
I'm glad.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Looking to throw on first down. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Florida Atlantic tries to move the chains on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. He wants to change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Going for the big play. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly. And on that last play, he's now over 400 yards passing.
Well, Reese, if you're going to throw for over 400 bills, you got to spread the praise around. Up front, they've done an outstanding job protecting this quarterback, and his receivers have been winning one-on-one.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is.
Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. Let's go! Let's go! They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Eighth play of the drive coming up. Wants to throw again. He'll grab the throw at the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a knee.
When you run this out route, you know you're starting to get close to the sidelines. I know I got to start slowing down and find a way to drag or get one toe, a pinky toe, a big toe, whatever I can inbounds. Nice effort, nice catch, way to keep something in bounds.
Under fire.
Nice catch, dude.
That's
Oh,
gonna be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Trying to set up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. And it's no good. Guys, I know the field goal wasn't good, but hey, 19, that's a pretty good lead.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard.
freaking tight end.
And
Jeez.
defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And he poised it in the sides after the short gain. Now they've got to hustle to the line against him. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Stands in and takes the hit. Throw to the
Nice.
end. Picked off.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback and get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off the play fake on first down. Rolling right and going deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was
He
there and it
catch
just
the ball.
rolled through his fingers.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Completion to the left, looking for the first down. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up fourth down. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
Holy shit, he dropped it
And
again.
they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. This offense has it with really good field position.
Really bad.
The give to the back. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be
Good
back to the line of
screeches.
scrimmage. BYU right back to the line. To the air on second down. Rushes on him. He'll try to do it himself. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he drops the throw.
Oh. Ooh, catch it.
They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Pocket breaking down. They've got it for a sack, and that'll be a turnover on down. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Looking to throw on first down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops.
It's not a
with
screen.
6 seconds left.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, he wants it all. He's got it inside the 30.
Finally got it.
Oh, they were